Hey everybody, real quick, I was doing a reading today and the last couple of readings have been kind of the same. So I think I feel the need to say this to everybody, like, a general announcement because I don't know who may need to hear this because it's been a recurring theme. So in relationships, especially when we need somebody new, women, we love familiar. We love familiar because we don't like starting over because it's just a lot of work. We put a lot of emotional work into the relationships that we deal with, whether they're friendships, situationships, whatever. So we don't like doing that repetitively. So to avoid that repetitiveness, we'll sit there and we'll deal with someone who we know is not really emotionally available to us, and we'll just try to make them available. So basically, we're playing Captain Save a Heart. That means we basically like we're gonna fix his broken heart and we're gonna get him to a point that we know he's a perfect man and he does this right and that right and he makes me feel this way, so I know that he has it in him and he says he wants it and blah blah blah. And usually when he says he wants it, it's really kind of what we heard versus what he actually said. But anyway, it's basically we trying to save his heart instead of saving our own because our own is broken. We have these expectations and we're putting these romantic interest and expectation on these men that we just met, and when they're saying, hey shorty, I'm just trying to get to know you, maybe not. And this is the other thing that we do is we don't know when to let go. We'll say, hey, I don't really like this dude, I'm not vibing with him, we're not going in the same direction that what I want to go in, or we'll automatically get attracted to a guy that's just like the last guy, and we're going to that old mindset. And that's what I want to talk about. We don't want to go into the old mindset because we're not that old person. I'm not who I was last year. I'm not who I was then. I'm not who I was when I was heartbroken, when I was mad, when I was going through all the changes and the transformation in the beginning. I'm not that person. I became someone else. I changed my mindset. So when I go out into the world, that mindset and that energy is what I carry with me, and that's how I should react to situations. If I find myself going back to that familiar place, because think about it, when we're dealing with heartbreak or romance or anything, we go to what's familiar to us because we never had a love that we've never had. So we go to what's familiar and say, no, I remember when I did this, it was because of this. When I did that, it was because of that. No, you did that because that's how you think. That's your hurt place. That's where you find your trigger wall to hide behind. That doesn't mean that that's how that person reacted. That doesn't mean that's what that person went through. That person may just be really thinking, hey, I'm just chilling, and you just went into this whole nuclear emotional meltdown about what they might be thinking because your ex did it, or because you've seen these reactions and you've seen these behaviors before. But here's the other thing: when you see those behaviors and they trigger you, then you know that that energy is no longer for you. That is a test. That test is to let you know that, hey, I need to chill out. Maybe I'm not ready, or maybe that's just not the energy for me. You know what? That's not the type of guy I want to date. I've been through that before. I know what that makes me feel like. I'm just going to have to settle for familiar. I'm going to have to go into the mindset of what I deserve, of what I feel, of the beauty, the passion, the love that I feel, and what I know I deserve, and the vision of what it is. I need to go into that and always be in that so that I can react from that place, not from my mind, because my mind is always going to lead me down to that road of doubt, that old rabbit hole, and I don't want to go there because I've worked hard to get out of it. So instead of thinking about when you're with someone, instead of the mindset of this is what it used to be, or this is what I used to do, or so you must be doing it because I did that, or this is what you must be doing because he did that, don't get into that mindset. What's going on with you today? Where's your heart today? Who are you today? That is the person that matters. That's what you need to be working on. And that's the person you need to be putting out there so that you can attract what it is you want to attract. You can't think from the open space because humans, we're the only species that hold on to memories, and we tend to hold on to the most tragic memories, and that's how we run our lives. So we don't want to hold on to those tragic memories. We don't want to hold on to that old us. We want to go into the new mindset, what makes us feel good, what makes us feel happy, and what we become, the wisdom that we've gained from all of those experiences. There's no reason to go back into that cycle. There's no reason to assume that someone thinks the way you think because this is your perspective and you've been through this, so you understand it. They've also been through some things, they understand it a different way. That's what it is about getting to know people. You got to understand their perspective, and you got to understand what they're saying to you so that you can process your emotions properly and they can process theirs, and you can make an informed decision. But you're not going to do that if you're only staying in your head, and your head is living in a cloud of the past. Let that cloud of past, the darkness and bullshit go, and come into the present and come into the light. Think with your present mind, not your past mind. Don't go back into that cage. Don't let that trigger push you there. I hope that made more sense, and I hope that it got through and resonated to whom it needed to. But you do need to understand you cannot treat everyone like your past. You cannot think with your past thinking mindset and expect to have any success, any happiness, any healthy new relationship if you're still thinking the old way. If you worked on those triggers, if you worked on those weaknesses, if you worked on those bad habits, and now you're ready, then be that new person. And don't be anyone else. I hope that makes sense. Also, allow them to be who they are, because you can't make an informed decision if you're not allowing them to be they are, because you shut them down, or you're accepting bullshit, or you're forcing yourself to see the world color glasses and see them for something that they're not. See them for exactly who they say they are to you, so that you understand and you don't repeat lessons, that you do communicate better. And you might have a lifelong friend, or you might have someone you have to cut instantly, I don't know, but be willing to let go when it's time. Don't try to give it more time. Don't try to force it. Be willing to let go when it's time. Everything has a season. Everything has a reason. Everything is not going to be with you for a lifetime. Some things won't be with you for more than 24 hours. Some people won't be with you for more than 17 years. You don't know. But don't dwell on it. Don't sit back there and think about it. Don't keep running to the past as an excuse for why you can't have a good present, a perfect present. It may be imperfect, but it's imperfectly perfect present. And you can't have that if you're constantly living in the past. You can't have that happy relationship if you're constantly living back there. Your relationship with the new person could be flawless. It could be easy. And guess what? It's well deserved. You manifested that shit. So stop doubting it. Stop trying to destroy what came to you as something beautiful. And stop trying to hold on and create something that's emotionally unavailable to you. If you see that someone, it could be a wonderful person, they could be beautiful, but they may just be emotionally unavailable, and that's okay. Don't try to force them to be, because you are emotionally unavailable. Because in actuality, if they're emotionally unavailable and you're chasing them, you are too. Because you're chasing your tail in a circle that you know is going to end in nothing but heartbreak, and you knew that they were mostly unavailable to begin with. You weren't ready. You weren't healed. You need to, when you're ready and you're putting out that right vibration, that right love energy, that right mindset, you're going to be able to find someone that you can mostly be available with, that will reciprocate that. But you can't keep chasing what's not available. You can't keep chasing what's in the past. You can't keep chasing what's familiar if you're ready for that love of a lifetime in a romantic sense. Friendships, same thing. You can't keep holding on to people that are not thinking like you, that don't move like you, that don't want what you want, that want to stay in bullshit, because you're going to be pulled down into that, and you're going to become that, and you don't want to be that. Trust me, the shit feels disgusting. It constantly just... But anyway, the point is, your perspective has to be wide enough that you can understand that every human's perspective is unique, and your human, the one that you're trying to be with, you have to be able to match the energy, perspective, the soul, the spirit, the mind, the heart. Every aspect of you needs to connect to every aspect of him or her. And in order to do that, you have to be willing to open up your tunnel vision, open up your narrow sight, and let the familiar fall and the unfamiliar come in, because the universe can't bless you if you want to stay stuck in the past. In the past ways of thinking and mental imprisonment, as well as physical imprisonment, but more mental imprisonment, because we tend to mentally imprison ourselves and take away our opportunities to have the most beautiful love of a lifetime, because we only know one way to love, and that's heartbreak. Let that shit heal and move on. And don't take dating so seriously. Don't take talking so seriously. And damn sure don't take DM so seriously. When it's time, you'll know. And it could be anywhere. Okay. That's all I got. Stole my daughter's ring thing, so I hope the video came out a lot better than all the other videos. And I hope I was looking right into the camera this time. Have a wonderful Black Friday, and I got some things coming by Monday. I'll post them when they're ready. Have a great day. Ashe.